All right, yes, all can hear me. And okay, so yesterday we talked at last about transformer, and we are yet to do some of the questions from the modules. So let's quickly recapitulate what we learned in transformer. We basically saw that there was mutual induction process, and this was laminated core over which the coils were the wires were wounded, and depending upon the number of turns, we were having the two types of transformer, basically step down transformer and step up transformer. By the way, this transformer was an ideal transformer, which means that input power was equal to the output power. And we had the expression that EP by ES is equal to NP by NS is equal to IS by IP. P represents primary and S represents secondary. So let us first do all the questions from the modules because I have given you guys homework also. Okay, so one question we did from transformer in the last class. So yes, let us do this one. And whoever will be done, they will give me the answer in the chat. Yes, Abhinav. If the number of turns are same, then there is no use of that transformer. The voltage is same. It's neither stepped up nor it is stepped down. But in reality, if we see, it will be stepped down. But we are not considering the real case. We are observing the hypothetical ideal transformer. So in that, it will be same. Quickly, all will do this. Primary and secondary coils of a transformer have 50 and 1500 टन. प्राइमरी में कितना है? 50 tons. In secondary we have 1500 tons. Magnetic flux linked with the primary coil is given by this. You have to find the output voltage across the secondary coil. So you have to find Vs. And Vp will be, we will differentiate this. So we'll get 4 volt because voltage is negative d phi by dt. Chalo, negative, positive, that's dependent on direction. Let us just find out the magnitude. So we will use very simple Vp by Np, or Np by Ns is equal to Vp by Vs. So this will give us VSS Vp into Ns by Np. So that will be 4 into 1500 by 50. So that will be 120 volt. So by looking at the number of turns only, we get the idea. प्राइमरी में अगर कम है, सेकेंडरी में अगर ज्यादा है नंबर ऑफ टर्न, सो इट इज अ स्टेप अप ट्रांसफॉर्मर. Yes, all will do this one. Quickly, quickly, we will do. Whoever will be done, they will give me the answer. Quickly, all will do. Only one answer I can see. So here we have a generator at a utility company produces 100 amps of current at 4000 voltage. This voltage is stepped up to 2,40,000 volt by a transformer before it is sent on a high voltage transmission line. You have to calculate the current in the transmission line. Transmission line क्या होगा? ये voltage है, ये primary end, ये secondary end. The current in primary end is 100 amps and voltage is 4000 volt. And voltage across secondary, that is 24,000 volt. You have to find current in the secondary end क्योंकि transmission line after the secondary end होगा. And we have the efficiency of transformer. Efficiency is 80%, 80 by 100. So efficiency is output by input power. So we will just use the expression directly. Output power आता है 240,000 into IS divided by 100 into 4000 volt. So from here we can get the value of IS directly. और IS calculate करते हैं. We get 8 by 6, that is 4 by 3. So 1.33 amperes, right? This is understood by all. And the last question we have in generator, then we will see LR circuit. So the homework problems we'll discuss the next day. Because you all will get some time to complete them. So okay, last problem, let us see this. A 6-pole generator with fixed field excitation develops a peak voltage of 100 volt when operating at 1500 rpm. At what angular speed also you have to find in rpm, must it rotate to develop 120 volt? So this is something other than the normal usage of equation in the transformer. So we have the EMF as d phi by dt negative. Phi was BA cos omega t. Here I have to consider cos omega t factor because it is rotating. So if we differentiate this, we're gonna get d phi by dt as minus BA omega sin omega t. And EMF will be negative and negative. That becomes BA omega sin omega t. So from here, what do we understand? That it is fixed, it is with fixed field excitation, that means magnetic field fixed, and area of course it will be fixed. So EMF is directly proportional to the angular speed. So from here we get the two EMFs. So first EMF 100 volt, so 100 volt is directly proportional to 1500 rpm. Second 120 volt is directly proportional to the omega at this point. So we divide, we get 100 by 120 is equal to 1500 by omega. And solving this will give us omega as 15 times 12, that is 180, and it will be in rpm only because we have taken earlier omega in RPM. 1800 RPM, right? 150 into 12. Okay, so now if this is understood, then we will see RL circuit. So we have seen RC circuit, whereby we saw how the current was growing as a function of t and how the current was decaying as a function of t when there was charging or discharging. So we will see the growth and decay of current in RL circuit. So one by one, it will become clear that why there is growth or why or in which case there is decay. So first let us see the growth case. So what I do, of course, we will consider RL circuit. So its resistance is L, R, and inductance is L, and it is connected to a source with EMF. I am connecting it to alternating EMF, you can see. So even though if I consider alternating EMF at any point of time, if we are analyzing, then at that point of time, it will have the voltage V and the direction of current will be fixed at that point. So now let us say at time 0, initially it is open. So at time 0, the switch is closed. So if here there would have been no inductor, now do not consider it as the alternating EMF because that we will consider in alternating current. So now we will consider a fixed voltage source applied here, and initially when t is equal to 0, everyone must agree that if inductor was not present, अगर inductor यहाँ पर नहीं रहता, so here we would have calculated the maximum current, right? वो maximum current I naught, that's the peak current भी कहते हैं. वो maximum current क्या होता? V by R, right? If there would have been no inductance, then it would have been V by R. So here, what do we know about inductor? That inductor will oppose the current because it produces back EMF. So inductor opposes current and it will take some time for the current to grow in the circuit. So what is the function of inductor here? One should remember it opposes current, and that's why some time is taken for current to grow in the circuit. ओके, नाउ कंसिडर द इनफाइनाइट केस, क्योंकि हमने यहाँ पर 0 टाइम पे देख लिया that at t equal to 0 the current that was in the circuit was 0, right? So when t equal to 0 plus, ये 0 plus का case है, that means just a little time after the switch is closed. So when time is 0, current is 0 in the circuit, that's very true. When the time is infinite, that means when we talk about the steady state, ये infinite time जो है यही होता है हमारा steady state. तो steady state reach करते करते current क्या होगा? I will be equal to I naught, and that will be constant. So one thing we will remember from this, that at steady state what happens? Inductor behaves as a conducting wire, right? Because इसको जितना अपोज करना होगा, अपोज करते करते करंट अपना ग्रो हो जाएगा और मैक्सिमम वैल्यू रीच कर जाएगा. Let us just take this case that if L was not present, else it will make us confused. अगर L present नहीं होता तो ये maximum current होता, और L present which situation is making the circuit behave so that there is no inductance. Inductor है but inductance नहीं रहेगा, that will be behaved at the steady state. Okay, now we consider some time t in between 0 and infinity. ये हो गया 0 case, ये हो गया infinite case. Now we will consider when time is between 0 and infinite, right? Because at this time we want the current. So let us say the current is I, and definitely this current will also be between 0 and I naught, right? It will be between 0 and I naught. So observing the circuit, इस point पे, अच्छा circuit इसी को observe कर लेते हैं. So here what will happen? Current will be flowing from positive to negative, and the EMF induced, we know that the inductor opposes the growing current, right? ये जो current है ये growing current है, तो inductor में polarity develop होगा, that means there will be induced current. वो polarity कैसा होगा? ऐसा होगा polarity. And what's that magnitude of that EMF? I'm talking about the magnitude because later on we will use Kirchhoff's law. So let us find out its magnitude. It was negative d phi by dt, but in case of inductance it was L di by dt. So direction we are not considering, we are considering this as L di by dt, and this will help us to get an equation using Kirchhoff's law. So now at this point we will apply Kirchhoff's law. So let us say I start at any point. Let's say I start at this point 0. Voltage here will be V, here also V, and now I am going from positive to negative end. So it will be V minus L di by dt here. And then the voltage here will be minus I times R, because there is some decay of voltage, some consumption of voltage across the ends of this resistor, and this is finally equal to 0. So we have got this equation using KVL, and let us try to simplify the equation here. So I'll take this equation. So this is in between 0 and infinite. So V minus L di by dt minus IR, and that should be 0. So after rearranging, I get V minus IR equal to L times Ti by dt. So here we get dt by L is equal to di by, ये सारे terms को I brought it in the denominator here, and I will integrate it now. So at time 0, what was the current? 0. At time t, the current will be I. So if we integrate this, we're gonna get t by L is equal to, इसका इंटीग्रेशन क्या होगा? नेगेटिव ln V minus I R, and the limit should be used from 0 to I. Instead of I have to use the limit. So this gives us T by L is equal to negative ln, ये क्या हो गया, नेगेटिव ln, I की जगह 0 रखा तो V हो गया, माइनस ln V minus IR. So this gives us T by L as कहीं कुछ मिसिंग है क्या? हाँ, ये डिवाइडेड बाय आर होगा ना. इफ वी आर इंटीग्रेटिंग दिस v minus di by v minus ये divided by r, right? This should be there. इसका differentiation should be divided. Okay. तो यहाँ पर अच्छा इसको यहीं पर रख देते हैं, तभी तो टाइम कांस्टेंट आर एल होगा. एंड दिस वी विल गेट इट एज negative ln v by v minus I r. So let us just find out, simplify in terms of exponent. ये ln हटा देते हैं, so we will get e to the power minus t by rl is equal to v by v minus I r over here. Let us check this once again. Let us see here. यहाँ से t by r हो गया, t by l, okay, t by l, that's okay. On this left hand, this t by l is equal to minus ln v minus IR हो गया, okay. And then this r divided will come here, है ना, ये यहाँ पर आएगा. We'll see this step. So RT by L हो गया नेगेटिव log, ये नेगेटिव साइन को इधर ले आते हैं, धीरे धीरे सिंप्लीफाई हो जाएगा. एंड ये पहले यहाँ पर आई आएगा, राइट. ये नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव यहाँ पर जो हमारा आएगा, ये कुछ इस तरह का इक्वेशन होगा. माइनस एल एन वी माइनस आई आर, पहले आई रखेंगे एंड देन 0 रखेंगे एल एन वी, राइट. नाउ दिस इज फाइन. So we'll get ln v minus IR by v. So from here we get e to power minus RT by L is equal to v minus IR by v. So from here we can write e to power minus RT by L is equal to 1 minus, ये v को यहाँ कर देते हैं, right. Let's not do 1 minus, let's put that v there. इधर हो जाएगा v minus IR. Okay, and if we want to find I, so this will be IR is equal to V minus V e to power minus RT by L, and dividing by R we get I. So V by R into 1 minus e to power minus RT by L, and V by R, what it is? It is I naught. So I becomes I naught times 1 minus e to power minus RT by L. Okay, yes. Now we get the final expression of current. as a function of time t. And here we have, similar to we had RC as time constant, here we have the time constant as L by R. So we call this time as inductive time constant. This term also, let's remember, inductive time constant. Is this understood to all? In the second, R is missing. Where R is missing? Yes, Jitendra, where is R missing here? So everyone should write them down. We have talked about the growth. और growth कैसे दिख रहा है हमें? How we are seeing the growth? Just observe this. इस function को observe करते हैं. क्या function है हमारा? I is equal to I naught 1 minus e to power minus RT by L. Observing this function, t equal to 0. यहाँ पे t equal to 0 पुट करेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? e to power 0 that is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. I हमारा 0 निकला. t equal to infinite पुट करेंगे तो we will get I as I naught. Just use the normal limit. So what we are observing, as the time is increasing, the current is also increasing. So this is the function for the growth of current. Growth of current as a function of time t. Okay, all will remember this. ये रहे जिनको नोट करना है, they can write them down. Okay, yes, all can write this now. जिनको इक्वेशन याद करना है याद कर लें, नहीं भी याद करेंगे तो कोई बात नहीं. But it will be better if you all remember this equation. So मैं यहीं पर साइड में कुछ और लिखता हूँ यहाँ पर, related to what we have learnt. फिर एक साथ सबको हम नोट कर सकते हैं. So let us observe this equation. हमारा जो equation था, I is equal to I naught 1 minus e to power minus t by, can I write it as tau, the inductive time constant. So here if we observe the graph of I versus t, current versus time ग्राफ को अगर हम ऑब्जर्व करेंगे तो हमारा ग्राफ कैसे आने वाला है? सिमिलर टू जैसे कैपेसिटर में आता था, कुछ ऐसा. एंड आफ्टर सम टाइम इट्स गोना रीच द सैचुरेशन स्टेट. और ये सैचुरेशन स्टेट कब रीच होगा? यू कैन सी एट इनफाइनाइट टाइम. सो द थिंग इज, व्हेन t इज इक्वल टू टाउ, इस कंडीशन पे भी देख लेते हैं. जब t टाउ के बराबर है तो I क्या होगा? I नॉट इंटू 1 minus e to power minus 1. So that will be I naught into 1 minus 1 by e. So e value if we put 2.7, then we are going to get the current here as 63%. That means 63% of I naught. ये कैलकुलेशन को अवॉइड करने के लिए वी कैन रिमेंबर, दैट मीन्स लेट अस से ये टाइम टाउ था, तो इस टाइम पे करंट क्या होगा, 0.63 of the maximum current. So in time t, what does this statement suggest? That in time t equal to tau, current grew 63% of I naught. जितना ग्रो होना चाहिए उसका 63% टाउ टाइम पे ही ये ग्रो हो गया. So here some important points to be noted in this growth. पहला क्या है कि अगर हमारे पास सर्किट है, ये इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स भी देखेंगे विच विल बी यूज्ड इन न्यूमेरिकल्स. जैसे let us say we have the circuit containing L and R connected to the battery and here a switch. So let us suppose I am talking about first point t equal to 0. 0 time पे इंडक्टर बिहेव्स एज ओपन सर्किट, है ना. सर्किट तो हमारे पास यही है, बट हमने निकाला टी जीरो पे. ये देखो टी जीरो पे आई जीरो था. दैट मीन्स वी कैन कंक्लूड initially or at t equal to 0, L behaves as open circuit. ओपन सर्किट मीन्स ये जो सर्किट है ये कुछ ऐसा बिहेव करेगा. जैसे ही जीरो टाइम पे हम अगर कंसीडर करेंगे तो ये इंडक्टर विल बिहेव एज if nothing is present in between this region. The next consideration was at t equal to infinite. इस टाइम को हम कहते थे स्टेडी स्टेट. वी हैव ऑलरेडी सीन, इसको हम स्टेडी स्टेट कहते थे. और स्टेडी स्टेट में करंट क्या होता था, मैक्सिमम होता था. करंट इज मैक्सिमम. सो एट दिस स्टेट inductor behaves as if it is short circuited. L behaves as if there is short circuit between the ends of inductor. ये सारे पॉइंट्स याद रहेंगे. देयर विल बी नो कंफ्यूजन व्हाइल सॉल्विंग द न्यूमेरिकल्स. जल्दी से इसको नोट कर लें सभी कोई, और फिर वन सिंपल क्वेश्चन वी विल डू. I'll just zoom out here. Yes, whoever will be done, they will let me know. Yes, the dimension of L will be same as the dimension of resistance. Not necessarily that it should be. What we conclude from here, the factor, just by looking at this, R T by L, we have taken this fraction as T by L by R. The dimension of L by R is T. It's not necessarily that they both have same dimension, but the dimension of L divided by R is the same as dimension of T, right? It's not सेम, वी शुड नॉट रिमेंबर कि इसका डायरेक्ट डायमेंशन सेम है। अगर डायमेंशन सेम रहता तो यहाँ पर तो टाइम का डायमेंशन बच जाता और एक्सपोनेंट का पावर will not have any dimension, it will violate the law. Okay, so quickly all will write and let me know. जल्दी जल्दी सब लिखेंगे, we'll do the question. लास्ट 30 सेकेंड्स जिनको लिखना है लिख लें, देन वी विल डू द क्वेश्चन. Okay, we will do one question now. So let's say we have a circuit. Let's say यहाँ पर भी एक resistance लगा देते हैं. And then we have a resistance here and an inductor here. ये मान लिया, let's randomly take the value 6 ohm ले लिया, इसको 2 हेनरी ले लिया, इसको 2 ओम ले लिया, इसको चलो 3 ओम ले लेते हैं. एंड हियर अ वोल्टेज ऑफ 10 वोल्ट लेटर से अप्लाई कर दिया, 10 वोल्ट. Now here the question is to find, let's say this is I1 and this is I2. So you have to find I1 and I2. When you have to find? When number 1, initially switch is closed. When switch is closed initially. लेट अस से मैं यहाँ स्विच लगा देता हूँ, कहीं पर भी स्विच है, ये स्विच. And number 2, you have to find again I1 and I2 after steady state is reached. After steady state is reached, you have to find I1, I2, and initially when switch is closed. That means you have to find I1 and I2 at t equal to 0, that's first part, and at t equal to infinite, that is the second part. So quickly we will figure it out. जल्दी जल्दी सभी कोई निकालेंगे इसको. सो इनिशियली व्हेन स्विच इज क्लोज दैट मीन जीरो टाइम पे ये इंडक्टर कैसे बिहेव करेगा? इट विल बिहेव एज एन ओपन सर्किट, राइट? And at t equal to infinite, that is second case में inductor will behave as a short circuit. So number one, जब t जीरो रहेगा तो ये सर्किट हमारा कैसा दिखेगा? कुछ ऐसा दिखेगा, 10 वोल्ट, इधर 2 ओम और इधर 3 ओम एंड इधर 6 ओम, और जीरो टाइम पे ये ओपन रहेगा। तो क्या I2 में कोई रीडिंग आएगा? एट t equal to 0 there will be no reading in I2. तो पूरे जो रीडिंग होंगे वो सिर्फ करंट 1 होगा, I1. So here we conclude कि I2 क्या होगा इस केस में? I2 will be 0 or I1 can easily be found using Ohm's law. Potential difference is 10 volt and resistance is 5 ohm. तो I1 क्या हो गया? 2 amperes. In the second case, when t equal to infinite, that is steady state, इस केस में सर्किट कैसा रहेगा? 10 volt, 2 ohm, 3 ohm, this is I1, and then 6 ohm, and inductor will behave as closed circuit, right? And this will be I2. So here we can easily find out I1 and I2. तो सेकंड केस में I1 और I2 निकालना, that's very simple. So first you can find out total resistance. यहाँ पे total resistance of the circuit क्या होगा? 2 plus 6 or 3 in parallel, it will be 2 ohm. So total that it will be 4 ohm. So current coming out from here will be, that's coming current from the battery, that will be V by R. So it is 2.5 amperes. ये current आया 2.5 ampere. Now this 2.5 ampere, let us calculate the voltage. So 5 volt will be used here, and then 5 volt is applied here. So current can be calculated here, V by R, and then V by R, this much ampere. Okay. So I1 here is, in this case, when t equal to infinite, I1 is 5 by 3 amperes and I2 is 5 by 6 amperes. This is understood to all. Very simple question. Yes, the answers are right. Okay, so quickly we will see the decay. So during the decay, in fact, during the growth, what did we see? That current was growing across an inductor was connected to resistor in series. So let us see the decay now. So we will quickly finish up. So let us see the decay of current. So during this decay, resistor and inductor should be in series, and there, this is L, this is R, and this is connected to the EMF. What we saw, that as the current reached its maximum value, inductor behaved as a short circuit one. That's what we saw in the decay. Now, sorry, in the growth. In the decay, this will behave as a source now, and that source was having the EMF L di by dt. So if we apply Kirchhoff's law here, so using Kirchhoff's law, we can say, let us say I start from here. So current, let us say it is in this direction. So I start at this point, 0. Voltage here will be minus IR, and then voltage here will be, see, I am going from negative to the positive end. So there will be add on for the voltage plus L di by dt. But one thing we have to notice here, जब भी हम decay की बात करते हैं, in that case the current flowing is supported, right? अगर EMF रहा भी, so it will be supported here. So overall what equation we get? Minus L di by dt, और यहाँ पर फिर क्या हो जाएगा? Minus L di by dt, and this is equal to 0. So now we'll just integrate it. Minus IR by L is equal to di by dt. So we get minus R by L dt is equal to di by I. So integrate it. We get minus 0 टाइम पे करंट क्या था? I नॉट था, दैट्स द डिफरेंस, एंड t टाइम पे करंट I होगा. So we'll get minus RT by L is equal to ln I by I naught. So here we get the expression that I is equal to negative I naught, negative थोड़ी होगा, just I naught e to the power negative R by L into T. और यहाँ पर भी वही हो गया, that R by L is time constant. We get the equation modified to I is equal to I naught e to power minus T by tau, whereby this tau was R L by R. So here what do we understand? कि 0 time पे when t equal to 0, current is I naught maximum. Infinite time पे current will be completely decayed to 0 value. and at time is equal to tau. Current will be in this case 37% of I naught approximately. So these 3 points we can remember for the decay of current. So all can write this, and then in the next day we will talk about the numericals related to this. So any doubt in the growth and decay, guys, you can let me know. Okay, no doubt, guys. At t equal to tau, current 63% कैसे होगा? Just put the value, approximate अगर e का वैल्यू 2.7 ले लेते हैं, तो यहाँ पर क्या हो जाए? t इक्वल टू tau पे I will be I naught by e, that is I naught by 2.7. So this is very clear. ये 0.37 आएगा, that is 37% approximately. Okay. So all right, guys, let us meet in the next class and we will do the questions from LR circuits. But you all are required to go through the homework of the previous part, that is the transformer part and mutual inductance part. All right, everyone. See you all. Bye bye.